Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Jank Tank. Today we're going to be trying out a budget deck. I figured I might as well play it budget because most of the cards relatively are cheap. So that does mean we lose out on something like Fatal Push, but I think that's okay. Even though there is the 4-color quote unquote combo decks running around with the brand new Appraiser or the Quintorius, but hopefully we have enough removal. Probably not to deal with those matchups. We'll see. I think we might not be addressed for those two particular decks, but outside of that, I think we should be okay, relatively speaking. So the deck that won the poll, actually it tied, and I chose to play this deck because I want to, for one, play a budget deck, and two, they're skeletons. Why not, right? I mean, Skeleton Tribal is what we're playing out today. We're going to try out the brand new Corpse of the Lost. So it's basically an Anthem that makes a 2/2 or quote unquote a 3/2 skeleton. And we have a Skelemental Swarming, of course, because we're Golgari. So I think this deck could be relatively decent. You could argue that maybe I should cut Abrupt Decays for Fatal Pushes, since we should be able to Sprock the Revolt relatively consistently, just because we are skeletons. We do have Sack Outwits because we do want to sacrifice our skeletons. But so that's what we're trying out today. If you're a big fan of skeletons, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification to be alerted for future videos. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. We got over 700. So let's get to 1,000 and let's break down the deck. Let's see the deck in action. So where I guess it takes the biggest hit is the mana base. We have Way, Snarl, and Cemetery. So normally you would play Overgrown Tomb, but we're going to be playing it as cheap as we can, and having our colors is still important, of course. Skeletons, the best skeleton, of course, is Gutter Bones. It's just a premier skeleton. Otherwise, we have Specimen, Moss Pit, Reassembling Skeleton, which works really good with Intent, and Fanatical Offering. We keep bringing it back. Blocking with Death Touch. It could get Death Touch with Death Baron. So even though it's not technically a skeleton, it still, is a lord for him. And we have Abrupt Decay as our choice of removal with Go for the Throat. I could up my Go for the Throats, just so we would have answers to Appraiser, but we have really no way, I guess, to answer, quote unquote, Quintorius Con. But we do have Duress in the board for it, so we could just make them discard it. We have 2 Lantern of the Lost for Graveyard Hate, Raven Enfeeblement for Grease Fang, Mono White. We have Go Blank for the control matchups, and that's also a little bit more Graveyard Hate if we need it. We have Crippling Fear, since everything we have, of course, is tribal. We can just wrath our opponent's board against aggro. That is Golgari Skeletons for a Pioneer. Let's see how well we do. Let's see the deck in action. Swamp, Specimen. So there you go. Plains, passes. Field of Ruin, Reassembling Skeleton, and attack. Another Plains, Bounty Agent, and passes. Okay, I guess we're not destined to draw any lands. So place Reassembling Skeleton number 2, and we'll pass the turn. Swamp, passes. Okay, another Reassembling Skeleton. We'll go ahead and get frisky. Since these dudes just keep coming back. Alright, he blocks the one that's harder to come back. Makes sense. Takes 2. Swamp. Tablet of the Guilds. Probably should attack, but doesn't. Come on. Go to combat. Attack. Pass the turn. One of these days, we'll draw a land. I'm not even sure if I want a black source or a green source. I kind of want a dual land if possible. Archpriest. Okay. We get back our skeleton. Pumps the agent. Hits me for 3. Take it. Gutter Bones, I guess. Ship the turn. Sorin. Okay, he's gaining some life back. Upticks. Gets an Utter End. I don't think we're coming back. We're not finding our lands. Probably should attack with this one at least. Alright, attacks with both. Take it. Finally a swamp. Okay, Death Baron. Attacks Sorin. Actually, we'll attack Sorin. Alright, makes a trade. Pass the turn. Plays another swamp. Utter End. My lord. Snipes my gutters. Hits me for 4. Take it. Gets back the agent. This is gonna be very difficult. Finally find a Snarl. Death Baron. Attack the Sorin. Can I extend more than that? I don't think so. Do you keep Sorin alive? If he does, this probably is going to beat us by the uptick. Play the Plains. Intrepid Adversary. That's interesting. Pays 4 into it. He needs to uptick the Sorin. Doesn't. Play Field of Ruin. So I could Abrupt Decay the Adversary and attack. That doesn't seem right. Those are tapped, so those aren't helpful. So if I blow up the Adversary and get back a skeleton, I guess that's fine. I have to keep attacking the Sorin. I mean, I am at 2. Okay, he protects the Sorin, and we pass. Avakin, sure. And we die, right? Yeah. I don't know why he didn't use it last turn. Okay, so against this matchup, probably Go Blanks are fine. And he has a lot of black and white, so Ray could be okay. But do I want Ray? Maybe down 1 offering, 1 skeleton. Run it like that. Waste, Gutterbone, say go. Plains, passes. Please don't give me land issues. Play skeleton, hit ya, pass. Swamp, passes. Oh my gosh, we're having land issues again. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Plains. Passes. There's a Snarl. Play the Snarl and go to combat. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Plains. Archangel of Tice. Play Corpse of the Lost. So we have to pass. We can't attack. Plays the Swamp. Doom Whisper. Death Baron. Say go. Swamp. Seraph. Hits me with Doom Whisper. Take it to 10. Go to combat. Hits you for 8 or 12. Probably block the Seraph. Actually, he blocks with Archangel. Right? Because this is lethal right here. You just need enough to stay alive. All right, trades in both of his stuff. Sure. So he has 2 little small things left. I can't pay the life. Pass the turn. Plays the Swamp. Phyrexian Obliterator. I think that's GG's. It's just like a bunch of mythic cards. Like Orzhov Mythic Pile. I mean, you can't go wrong, I guess, with that philosophy. Hits me. Down to 4. Corpse. Play the Corpse. I mean, I don't have a choice. I would just block the 2 spirits. I wouldn't even care about trying to make me sack stuff. Yeah, it's just over. Alright, so we have land issues. I'm going to make some slight adjustments, add a little bit more lands. Let's get into game number 2. 5. Thoughtseize. Sure. Takes my Gutter Bones. Passes. Play Woodland Cemetery. Say go. Den of the Bugbear. Unlucky Witness. Passes. Corpse of the Lost. Play Field of Ruin. Say go. Roxa. So I think I get rid of Diabolic Intent here, because right now it's not looking very impressive, considering we have no creatures. Plays a Blood Crypt. Untapped. Goes to combat. It hits me. Down to 19. Play Llanowar Waste. We'll pop the Hive. Grab a Swamp, I guess. Pass the turn. We want to keep the Decay for the Croxa. Plays a Spring. He does have Jegs he can get, but instead he goes to combat. It hits me for 1. He's probably going to do something post-combat. Plays a Mayhem Devil. Passes. Play a Field. Destroy the Den. Pings me for 1. That's fine. I think I still want to do it post fielding. Let's grab a Swamp and we will use the Decay. So they go. Since this can hit anything, 4 drops or higher, I don't think they play. I guess they have Jengatha, so this can at least kill a Jengatha. This can't. So next turn we can double spell with Corpse plus go for the throat. Hits me for 1. Take it to 16. Plays an Oven. Sacks the Witness to go digging. Nope. Passes. Play Snarl, Reveal the Forest. Play Corpse of the Lost. Go to combat. Hit you with a 3/2 with haste. That's not actually a bad rate, right? I mean, 3 mana for a 3/2 with haste isn't terrible. You got a removal spell? Fatal Push. You got it. We pass. Sacks the Witness. Goes digging on my instep. Croxa. Then again, you only have 1 turn, right? To your next instep. So, I mean, he definitely wants to play the card that he drew with Witness. But it looks like he's going for Croxa, which will pitch a Forest happily, right? Because Field of Ruin at least procs the Descend to get this back, to get another skeleton. Okay, Croxa. And we will snipe the Croxa. And pitch a Forest, take 3, passes, Death Baron. So we play Ruin, or use Ruin. Give me another Swamp. Then this deck, play Death Baron, and say go. We will return. Is he cracking a Foo for 3 life? Okay, kills my threat. I'm all for it. Now where's my Swarming? Reassembling Skeleton. So we play Corpse of the Lost. Play Reassembling Skeleton. Go to combat. Hit you for 5. Blood Tithe Harvester. Passes. Go for the throat. So I guess I go for it. Hit that, which is going to cause him to sack it with an oven. So go to combat. Attack. Get back Gutter Bones. Okay, gain some life. Are we going to win a game against a legit deck in Rakdos Sacrifice? That would be quite impressive. Like, this deck appears like, since I adjusted and I added 2 more lands, seems like I'm able to curve out a little bit better. Pass the turn. Got game 1. So against Rakdos Sac, maybe just Lantern and maybe go blank. Down the Specimen completely. Maybe only 1 go blank. Run it like that. Swamp. Cat. All right. Passes. Forest, they go. So definitely an improvement you could do is cut these. If you have Deadly Disputes, replace them. This is definitely not as good as Deadly Dispute. Play the Mountain. Hits me. Oven. Passes. Play Cemetery. Play Lantern. They go. Probably should sack the cat right now and bring the cat back immediately. Okay. Pass the turn. Cliffs. Goes to combat. Hits me. Take it. Obnixilis. Sack Lantern of the Lost. Another Corpse of the Lost. That's interesting. Upticks. Get rid of Fanatical Offering. I don't need it. If he does it again, I'll just take 2. There's a lot of Corpse of the Lost in this hand. If I just play Corpse, and just keep smashing these Obnixiluses, I might be able to get there. He probably needs to downtake this, to be frank. Otherwise, I just play Corpse, snipe his token, play the Corpse of Falling turn, double attack, passes, Llanowar Waste, Corpse of the Lost, go to combat, attack the one with 2 loyalty, chomps. We go to 16. Actually, he might snipe the token. Do you kill the token or you snipe me? Snipes the token. Sounds good. Pathway on black. Take it. Actually, we'll get rid of the reassembling skeleton because it reassembles. Why not? The only difference is it comes with like tap instead of haste, but that's not that big of a difference. Big of a deal. I wouldn't mind a land, so I could play land this turn, work my way to the swarming. I want to win by swarming. I love that card when it was in standard. Go blank. Get rid of our go blank. Stab or losing our skeleton. I guess a Corpse of the Lost. Passes. Death Baron. Play Corpse of the Lost. Make a 4-2. Hit the bigger one. So I go. Take the 2 damage. Kills my token. Croxa. So that means I guess we get rid of the swarming. I wouldn't mind a skeleton off the top. That's not tapped. Not you, Gutter Bones. Passes. What do you know? Corpse of the Lost number 4. Go to combat. Hit Obnixilis. Pass the turn. So he has 1 card in hand. We are working him towards getting his Croxa back. Blood Crypt. He untaps it. Mayhem Devil. Passes. Play Death Baron. Go to combat. Smack you for 6. Do you take it? Down to 13? Nope. Trades. Pass the turn. I want to win by actual beatdown, not by timeout. This is only game 2, and he's almost timed out. So this is pretty much guaranteed to be a win. It's just, I don't want to win. Blood Tithe Harvester. Passes. Reassembling Skeleton. Go to combat. Hit you with a 5-2. It's kind of sweet. Like a 5-2 that keeps reoccurring itself is pretty awesome. So you're probably going to take it. Use the Harvester to kill the Baron. Would be his best exchange because it's a net positive. But then he's just getting beat down by a 4-2. No, a 4-1. So he is doing it, which makes sense. It's the best move he has. I wouldn't, if I draw a land that, oh, he's just going to sack and kill my skeleton. Okay. Not what I was anticipating. If you were just going to kill my skeleton, you should have just blocked. Okay, gets back Croxa. There goes our fanatical offering. And unlucky witness. Passes. Play the land. Get back skeleton. So I go. So we will be taking a hit from Croxa plus the 3. But after that, we should be able to have the skeleton to block. Trade with the Croxa. Does he attack with the witness? Doesn't. So he said we take 9. Which is a little bit horrible. We have to. Oh wait, it means I have to keep whatever I'm blocking with. Whatever I draw, I have to keep in my hand. If it's a land, I lose, I guess. I guess I lose this game. That's not what I was wanting. Yep, sack, pop. Okay, I am dead. Maybe I had to block with the Baron, but I needed to have the Death Touch to be able to trade. But now I'm just dead. So it looks like we're gonna end with a 1-1 record here. I mean, there's not much he could really do at this point. He only has 9 seconds on the clock. Played really slow, so and he times out. So yeah, 1-1. Let's get into the next. Snarl. Say go. Vantage. Hoplite. Passes. Forest. Reassembling Skeleton. Say go. Sacred Foundry. Swifty. Attacks out. Take it. Passes. So we drew a land. That's good. That means I don't have to use intent right now. I can't play Death Baron. So I think I just pass. Plays Advantage. Anger, Courage, goes to combat, attacks. We block here, Offering, draw some cards. He doesn't really want to tap out here, because then I'll just untap and Abrupt Decay. Take the beats, untap. I guess we're destined not to draw lands? Specimen, crack the map. Say yes, we don't want to draw that. Pass the turn. Plains, Courage, Monastery, Monstrous Rage, yeah, it's probably GG's. If he has a second one. God's Willing, pro black. So I can prevent 2 points of damage here, which is 12. Okay, so I go to 1. Okay, so we have Ray. Probably down the intent. We can't really afford to lose board presence. And 1 Specimen. Or actually, we can probably go down to Death Baron. I don't like that. Waste, Gutterbone, say go. Vantage, Hoplite. Forest. I think I'm just going to go to combat. Attack. See if he trades. Doesn't. Decay. Say go. Plains. Versuoso. Alright. Land of War. Double Strike's a problem here. Okay. So what I think I have to do is I have to Corpse. Attack with the 3-2. Say go. Vantage. Angers. Okay. I see his Shelter. So he must really think, he must be on a version that's trying to stop Rakdos mid-range. Goes to combat. Attacks. Yeah. Take it. Okay, pumps it to probably a 5-3. Yep, take 10. Passes. That is not a good card to draw right now. Go to combat. Attack out. We will sack Gutterbones. Snarl. Say no. I think I have to go for it. Pray he doesn't have God's Willing. Okay, escape. And we die on the crackback. So we end with a 1-2 with janky budget skeletons. Let's get into the wrap up. All right, so what did we learn this week about skeletons for Pioneer? Overall, we went 1 and 2. I ended up cutting the Fanatical Offering. Artifacts we don't really make outside of what that card makes. And honestly, that 2 mana versus 1 mana is a big deal when you want to, when you kind of have an issue getting to the 4th, 5th land, like this deck has done. So I think Village Rites is the better choice for this deck in particular. So we ended up cutting a Specimen and a Skeleton Swarming. We added 2 Swamps. I cut 2 Forests because Forest is kind of awkward in the deck. For 2 more Snarls, we have about $5 to work with. So if there's a card you could think of that could be added to this list that's about $5 or less, to give it a boost, definitely let me know down in the comment section, because skeletons are kind of awesome. The other card that kind of felt awkward in the deck is Diabolic Intent. We never really got to the point where we could actually tap out and sack a skeleton to it. So I guess maybe if I wanted to do more intent, I guess I should have kept the Specimen. But, you know, I'm not sure. Corpse of the Lost did feel quite good, actually, for a 3-drop. It basically gave us a decent body from our 2-drop and our 3-drop, so I like it. But if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comment section. This deck can definitely be adjusted. I think having the extra 2 Swamps and the 2 Snarls over the 2 Forests should help us with their mana, right? Because we still, quote-unquote, want like 14 sources of green, just because we do have a little bit of green splash. But we don't want too much where we have a green, like a forest, and we can't cast our double black spells like Death Baron. So I think this is actually correct, because Field of Ruin can get our one of 2 forests, and we had a little bit of room. So adding 2 Snarls makes sense, especially since we have 8 ways to make it ETB untapped. So like I said, if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be alerted for future videos. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.